welcome back to Fred in the Shed. We're not up in the Radio Shack, we're downstairs. We've got a small little pocket radio to review. Now when I saw this on the Xhdata website, I thought I must get one of these in because it just reminded me, it has that classic look of a 1970s pocket transistor radio. Do you remember the ones you used to walk to school swinging it along with Radio 1 blaring out, or you go down your chip shop carrying your pocket radio, that tinny transistor radio sound? But looks are deceptive, and we'll get on to that when we get into the box. So this is the D-220, and I just love the way Xhdata haven't overcomplicated things. It is a pocket transistor radio, and that's what they've produced. Nothing else, nothing less. Very, very simple, classic design. But it looks a little deceptive because this is a world band receiver, because this does cover shortwave 5.6 up to 22 megahertz, so all of the broadcast band. Covers medium wave, of course. Now it is actually available in two different varieties. We have the 9K tuning variety and the 10K. Now the 10K is normally the American band, and that looks like what they've sent in to me, so really I should really have the 9K for the UK, but I'm sure it will work fine. So yeah, mine tunes from 520 to 1730, and I think the 9K is 522 to 1728. Then you have two FM bands, and this is quite unusual. So you've got your standard broadcast band, 87 to 108 megahertz, and then you have what I call the DX band, where we drop down to 64 megs. And in the evening, when the sun goes down, it's possible, if you go outside, you can pick up some foreign stations there coming in via propagation and DX. So yeah, you're getting more than you think for the money. Now let's talk money on this radio. I mean, it's crazy cheap really. On Amazon in the UK, as I'm making this video, it's £10 delivered. It's even cheaper in America, showing up at $12.99, but currently with a 20% discount. So $9. $9 for a radio. And likewise in the UK, you just need to keep an eye on it, because Amazon just put these 10% discounts on, it seems, all the time. So what do you get? We get the radio in the box, and we get a very, very basic set of instructions. I mean, really, you don't need operating instructions to use this radio. Or if you do, maybe you're on the wrong channel here. Yeah, I mean, here we go. It's pretty simple. DSP tuning, of course, digital signal processing. Pros and cons with that. We'll come round to the cons in a moment. The pros is with DSP, it generally has a very good built-in AFC, an automatic, AGC, an automatic gain control. Yeah, the only problem you find with, I'm sure this will be the same, with DSP, you need to be very precise with your tuning, because it tends to lock on to the stronger stations. So for example, on shortwave, you often only have two stations side by side. DSP tends to prioritise the one with the larger bandwidth, which is generally the stronger station. So it has its pros and cons, but I think overall it's an improvement on what we used to get. Now, very, very clear tuning dial on this one. I definitely would recommend the black version. There is also a rather nice green version, and then a orange version. I'm not so sure that the tuning dial on the orange version is going to be quite so clear, because the back of the dial is orange and then the actual tuning indicator is orange. No problem, I don't think, on the black and the green. So what do we get? Well, we just get the tuning dial there, a very large speaker. I'm sure it will sound exactly like a transistor radio. On this side you have the band select switch, so your two FM switches, your medium wave and shortwave. It does have a headphone socket. It's probably going to be mono, I would have thought, even though it's a FM radio. But that's absolutely fine. On this side of the radio, very, very simple, old-fashioned on-off manual tuning control. So much better than the up and down. Can't stand those. And then of course a rather firm tuning VFO or tuning dial. And yeah, you're going to have to be quite precise for this, I think. I think this is going to be like the other radios I've tested. You're going to have to be very, very gentle when it comes down to tuning on the shortwave. Top of the radio, classic, absolutely classic antenna here. Pulls out, looks to be about 10, maybe 10.5 inches. No ball joint, unfortunately, on the bottom of the antenna. That's a bit of a shame, because that means with FM you're going to have to be doing this business. And if you've got it set on a table, yeah, could have done with a articulating dual ball joint on that. But I mean, there it is. It's just a radio. You can take it anywhere. I mean, we've all got better radios, of course, but I want to take, say, £150 sideband radio to work. No, I wouldn't be happy about leaving it there. Would I want to take it to a football match? No. So yeah, it is just basic as it comes. Now then, on the back of the radio, just tells you the tuning frequencies are very... Okay, that's... Oh, it is sprung. Okay, I was going to say very flimsy looking backrest, but that is... It is sprung for holding the radio down. Of course, completely useless, because you've got no ball joint on the antenna, so the antenna is going to be quite low. But it'll be absolutely fine for medium wave, and you'll have a ferrite rod. Now the radio doesn't come with any batteries. You have to supply them yourself. Just takes basic AA batteries, and you know, it's going to last weeks and weeks just on 2 standard batteries. Very little power drain, these radios. Right, I do apologise, I've had to turn the LED overlights off because they were interfering with the radio, as you'd expect. So let's turn it on then. Very simple little LED power light. There's no backlight on the dial, which is a bit of a pity, for especially when you was a kid, those late night listening under your bedclothes when your mum and dad went to bed. You'll be struggling to see the dial there. So let's put up the antenna for FM. Let's have a little flick around and see what we get. Very loud.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Quite nice and clear though.
Welcome to Galaxy Mall, biggest in Mangalore. You want ice cream?
No, thanks.
We'll find you a special sari, Jenny.
Like most DSPs, as I was saying at the beginning, you've got to be very, very precise on the tuning. Sometimes you have to tune through a station and then go back for it to lock on. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but they're all the same, unfortunately. Not getting that one so well. Sounds nice.
Of December, and I have to warn you that some of that music will be utter rubbish, because as we know, there are only 12 really good Christmas songs. Only 12. Maybe 13.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds just like an old transistor radio really, but I think the speaker goes a lot louder than the old radios used to distort terribly. This one, you can turn it up pretty loud before there's any distortion. So yeah, that sounds alright, to be fair. Can't complain for £10. Right, let's go on to medium wave. We'll skip past the DX FM band. And not a great deal these days on medium wave, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, but let's just see what we get.
Great Britain for the first time this week, Russell, have lost a set.
Yes, because Rebecca Strankova, by 3 breaks of serve to 2, has won the second set against Katie. Just 1 set. Remember, Raducanu has won, but if Katie Boulder cannot win this second set...
Get a lot of sport though on medium wave.
In the double.
A lot of culture as well.
बर्फी पेड़ा रसगुल्ला रसमलाई गुलाब जामुन सब है हमारे पास now available at Asian grocery stores near you.
You would have it or within us is those are the tablets that we want to see displayed in public, and that's the kind of.
It's not doing bad. It's picking up more than I thought it would indoors.
On behalf of good causes, 18 plus conditions applied. No responsibility not available in Northern Ireland. Imagine coming home in a flying taxi, landing right on your building's helipad.
No, I don't fancy a flying taxi. You get some adverts, don't you? And I think that's about it. So yeah, overall that's pretty good actually. I mean, I don't normally get very good reception downstairs in the house, but not bad at all. Now when it comes down to shortwave, I really need to go outside, but it's been snowing this morning, would you believe, and it's still raining. So I might have to edit that back in a moment, but we'll try the antenna up in here. Now I generally don't pick up anything at all in the house, and then it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a little bit early. But so it goes down to 5.6 megs. Might maybe get something around about 12 megs, but I doubt it. Let's have a listen. Oh, we got something.
اسمتون؟
نمه یعنی اسم. اگر مخاطبمون مهمان یا مشتری باشه برای بیان مؤدبانه او رو قبلش میاریم که میشه اونمه.
حالا گوش بدید و تکرار کنید.
忘れてしまいました
یک بار که راه رو گم کرده بودم از کوبان آدرس شد. دستگاه‌های پلیس در همه محله‌ها وجود دارند و دسترسی بهشون راحت است.
در کوبان میتونیم آدرس رو پرسیم و گزارش کنیم که چیزی رو گم.
So I'm pretty impressed with that. I normally don't get any shortwave at all indoors, so just on the standard 10-inch antenna. That's quite impressive, and I didn't notice any medium wave bleed over as well. Like I say, if it stops raining, I'll take it outside. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't go wrong, really, can you? Like I say, it is what it is. It gives you FM, medium wave, and shortwave. You just have to be very delicate, very, very careful with that tuning. And like, as I said to you at the beginning, it's hard to split two different stations with the DSP tuning. But to be fair, all of the cheaper radios I've tested this year had the same problem. So there you go, the little Xhdata D-220. I actually really like it. I just think it's an everyday radio. I'll probably end up taking this to work. And if I drop it or someone borrows it, yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? I've not really lost an expensive radio. If you're interested in this radio, there'll be links in the description, available on Amazon UK and also America. Well, that's it for the video. As always, thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate your views. I don't get many views on my videos, so I do appreciate each and every one of you. There will be the thumbs up there from old Fred in the Shed. As always, give us a thumbs up just before you go. I'd appreciate that. And as I say, when it does stop raining, I'll play you out with a little bit of Shortwave that I'll record in the garden. But that's it from me. Please look after each other. Stay safe. Catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.
Aux fidèles de Paris et du monde entier, 1500 invités, une cinquantaine de chefs d'État, près de 200 évêques.
Esta es la voz de Turquía.
安全稳定。记者从国家发展改革委了解到，截至目前，用于两重建设的7000亿元超长期特别国债。
Han sido la gota que colmó el vaso, desencadenando los últimos acontecimientos. Es imposible que se cierre los 60% fueron no contexto conjugal ou familiar, levantamento da ponta في permissive transfrontaliere.
صوبایي حکومت وایي چې د ښځو د حقوقو د تحفظ لپاره کوششونه کوي. تفصیل په دې هکله تاسو ته
The health issues, the education, 24% literacy rate چې دی هغه د زنانو غریب په بلوچستان کې د دې په علاوه چې دی ډومestic violence چې دی هغه هم یو او د دې سره چې کوم سیاسي یا participation یا نمائندګي دی هغه هم ډېر